Earthquakes are 1,000 times worse. Don't at me.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It's Dustin, and I am back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about Jaclyn Hill because she recently said some crazy things right before all this stuff happened with Hurricane Helene. And it's got a lot of people talking now because she said not to at her. So, of course, I'm going to at her. Jaclyn Hill, this video is going to be for you and just how crazy you look after saying what you said about hurricanes and earthquakes. So if you guys are here for that, stay tuned to this video. Okay, so you guys would have to be living under a rock if you did not know what was going on with Hurricane Helene, how it hit Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, and parts of Georgia, and how there is just complete devastation. Towns have been leveled to the ground. People have lost everything, and right now, at the time I'm filming this video, there have been over 130 reported deaths, more than 600 people missing or unaccounted for in the aftermath after Hurricane Helene. Over 2 million people are without power, and there are currently 50,000 linemen working around the clock to try to repair this. This is something that is going to set these towns and all of these people back years, if not decades. Infrastructure has been wiped out. People can't get out of their homes. Right now, they're actually airdropping things in and going in by mule. And a lot of this is actually happening in Asheville, North Carolina, Lake Lure. And these are all areas that I grew up and went to on the weekends with my parents, where we bought produce and spoke to the locals and bought from the gift shops. Just to see this as a native North Carolinian, I've never seen anything like this level of devastation in my entire life in my home state. And if you are watching this and you are affected, I hope that you are doing the best that you can. I'm going to link all the resources that I can find to possibly help anyone that may need it. But now that I have all of that out of the way, I want to talk about what Jaclyn Hill said the other day. Now, I believe this was going up to Hurricane Helene before it hit. We all know that Jaclyn Hill has lived in Florida for a big part of her life. She lived in, I believe, Tampa. Well, she posted this Instagram story the other day, and now people are dragging her for it. And I could not tell you the amount of times I have been tagged in this. Of course, I was going to respond to this and give my 2 cents. But basically what Jaclyn Hill said in this Instagram story is now that she's lived in California and been through about 5 earthquakes, she can definitely say without a doubt that earthquakes are worse than hurricanes.
So obviously my phone does not know that I moved to California, and I got a text today saying that I was in an evacuation zone for a hurricane and that I needed to leave. And I was like, I already did that 6 months ago. Okay, but seriously, people are always comparing the two. Like, my friends in California are like, oh yeah, we have to deal with earthquakes, but they're not as bad as hurricanes. So now that I have lived through 5 earthquakes, 5, okay? All of them being in the last 10 days, which is actually insane. My hair is so clean. It's whatever, moving on. Yeah, earthquakes are so much worse than hurricanes. There's actually no comparison. As someone who moved to Florida when I was 7 years old in 1997, okay, and then moved back and forth, I've gone through so many hurricanes. Earthquakes are 1,000 times worse. Don't at me.
Now, I just want to say that these things can be equally devastating, and there have been some horrible earthquakes in the past that have taken lives of people and leveled cities and towns. But I want to say that none of the earthquakes that Jaclyn Hill has went through in the past 5 weeks, or 5 earthquakes that they've had in California, have equated to this level of destruction or damage to people, property, or this amount of casualties. This is so tone deaf. This is the same girl that will get on a video in the middle of the pandemic with a Tom Ford highlighter that costs $300 and be like, yeah, you should go out and get this. Jaclyn Hill has not been relatable for any amount of time, and I think that she's had her head in the clouds. It's just crazy to me that she had lived in Florida the amount of time that she did, from 1996 to 1997, for her to even make this kind of comparison. And because of that, I want to show you guys some of the videos that I've been seeing come across my For You page on TikTok, because the devastation to watch this and see these people that have lost everything is just completely heart-shattering to me. The whole story where the girl watched her mom and dad and her son die, and she was unable to do anything about it. I just really don't have words. I don't know what to say, but I do have video, and I want to show you guys how bad it is there.
Well, my house is currently flooding, and my neighbor's house is, what is that? I saw a big old fat log come out. My car, gone. It could have been up there, but I decided to be hard-headed. And now that poor car is holding on by a thread. I called the emergency see. They said they're gonna be on their way, but I don't know how many people are probably already calling them. I probably should have left. I should have listened to everybody, but did I? No.
This is what small town Appalachia looks like right now. These are all pictures of my town and of towns within 30 minutes to an hour of me in Southwest Virginia. And this is what everybody's dealing with. And it's stuff you won't see. There are hundreds of towns like this in between all the big cities that you're seeing. And the problem is why it's so scary and devastating is because you lose one road. When you're up in the mountains like this, you have no way to get off your mountain. If my road went out right now, I would never be, like, I couldn't get out. I couldn't get to a grocery store. I couldn't get to a hospital. People could not get to you. That's why this is so much different than anything that's ever happened, because people are trapped. You lose a road on a mountain, you're done. There is no way out. There's no way in. And this is all over the place. This is we're like 140 something miles away from Asheville. This is all over the place. This is what small town Appalachia looks like right now, and you won't see it. It's crazy. People are trapped. People literally cannot leave. It's terrifying.
So yes, Jaclyn, I am adding you. I think it was tone deaf in the first place for you to even post that because you didn't even know what was going to happen or how bad that hurricane was going to be. This is just a case of you getting your foot put in your mouth later because you said something stupid. And you probably thought that this hurricane was just going to be a nothing burger. Well, you know what, girlfriend? There are so many people that are affected by this. It's going to take years for these people to rebuild. So I just want to say what you said is in poor taste. Don't fucking at me. But I want to know what you guys think about this. I think this is just another case of a social media influencer being out of touch with reality. Her brain must be somewhere up in the clouds, like it's in any way cute to compare devastating natural disasters. It's just disgusting and uncouth. But I want to know what you guys think about this. Please let me know down below. But if you made it this far in this video and you enjoyed it, please like it. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and leave me the green heart emoji down below. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.